Hi kindergarten families, it's Michelle Jucker. I wanted to make a video because I wanted to show you about how to access the continuity of learning plan on the district website and how to access Google Classroom. So I'm just making this video where you're not seeing me, you're seeing my husband's laptop. I wanted it to be on my husband's laptop because if my Chromebook is logged into me, everything looks a little bit different. So this would be like, like any device you guys were on would look more similar to what he's got going on. So the first thing, to get to the continuity of learning from the district website, you just go to southcountry.org, and that's where I am. Now it has to be the South Country page, not the Kramer Street page. So on the southcountry.org page, down on the left, it says continuity of learning. That's what you click on. And then you just have to go to kindergarten. And then right here it says continuity of learning home support right at the top. That's what you click on next. And then you just need to click on the one for the week. So this week's one is right here. And then the plan comes up. So it says like day one for reading. Day one would have been Monday, and it has all the assignments for reading. And then you can keep going down. Assignments for word work, assignments for writing, some paper choice links for writing, some assignments for math, science, and social studies. Now this was for this week, so we're already up to Friday with that, but I just wanted to show you how to get to it from the district website. And that is the way you do it from the district website. Now, as far as going into Google Classroom, let me tell you one more thing about this continuity of learning plan. This was come up, it's a district-wide plan. All the kids in kindergarten across the district are getting the same thing. The kindergarten teachers were broken up into teams on our grade level. So there's a team of teachers working from each building, working together on each of the different subject areas. So they worked on reading together, some people worked on writing together, some people worked on math together, some on social studies, and I was part of the team that worked on the science together. But we worked together to come up with the stuff the way the district wanted it to be on the website. So that's the way it has looked up until this point. Now, if you had picked up the printed packets, it's just this very similar thing. It just looks a little bit different because you just have the packets of paper to work at. Now, I know there's a lot on the district plan, and I want parents to understand that this is a resource, and the more the kids do, the more they'll keep up, the less they'll regress. However, you have to make decisions for your family. I did clarify with Mr. Clark that it is not required, and there will be no repercussions for a child that doesn't complete all of the work. This work is not being collected anyway, so it's really for you to use as a resource. Now, the more kids do work on reading and writing, then the more progress they'll make, and the less regression they'll have. But you really do have to make a decision about what's right for your family. I don't want families stressing over getting everything done. It's very much a personal decision for you and your family. Now I want to show you how to use the Google Classroom. So I'm just going to go to a new tab, and right here for the address to go to Google Classroom, it's classroom.google.com. So I'm going to start typing that. Classroom.google. It's already popped up down there, but I'm just typing it in case it doesn't pop up for you. All right, so this is what it comes to. This is Robert Drucker's my husband. He does not even have a Google Classroom account. So I'm just going to click this button here, and I'm going to write use another account. Okay, so for the email for your child, it is the first letter of their first name followed by their last name, the number 32, because that's the year they're expected to graduate, at southcountry.org. So if your name was John Smith, you would be jsmith32 at southcountry.org. If you have two last names or a hyphenated last name, it uses just the first of the last names. So I have permission to go on Graydon's account so I can show you what it looks like as a student, because it looks different when I go on the account as the teacher. So Graydon Edwards, username is G Edwards 32 at southcountry.org, and then I click next. Okay, then you have to enter your password. The password is the student's lunch pin entered twice. If you don't know your child's lunch pin, you can message me on Remind and I can let you know what it is. And I'm just gonna block this camera for 1 second while I enter Graydon's password. I entered his password and I just need to hit continue. And he is a student. And this is what you'll come to. Now, all the kids right now have a Google Classroom set up for library that Ms. Belford did for them, and you have a Google Classroom set up for me. And what you need to do is you need to click on join. Now, when Graydon goes on this, he's not going to have to click on join because he's my example and I am joining for him with his mom's permission. So just give it a second. And then this is, I'm just going to click got it. And this is what you'll come to. Now the stream just has everything that I've ever done. You can kind of more or less ignore the stream. What you guys are going to be looking at is the classwork. So right up here on top, I click classwork. I'm going to say got it again. Now there's basically 2 sections so far set up on the classwork. The first is just that all of the videos that I've made and I've sent on Remind, I have now put on here. So you can get them on the Remind or you can get them the other way. So you can go down. Now just know that the very first one I made is on the bottom. The most recent one that I've made is on top. That's the way Google Classroom generally works. And if you click on any of those, then it will bring you to the YouTube link to do the video. Now down here, oh, I forget my husband's isn't a touch screen. Is the continuity of learning plan assignments. Now I put all the old ones up. It's not that you have to go back and redo any of the old ones. They're just there in case there was some worksheet that you liked that you didn't get to do that you want to look at again. And this is the one that's up here for this week. Again, the newest one will always be at the top. So this one is the one that was assigned for this week. And if I click on it, right down here, I just need to click on it. And it's going to bring you to the same exact continuity of learning plan that you might have, let me just click I understand, that you might have gotten from the district websites, the same exact plan. So for us, there's not really a big change in how it's going to look. It's the same exact plan. It will be here for the week. You have the freedom to go in and do the things as you see fit. And it is the same exact plan that you guys would be used to seeing. So I'm hoping that this keeps it super, super easy and complicated. It's just uncomplicated, just a new way to access the same information. So as soon as the district gives us the new continuity plan next week, it will show up here. It will be right above this. It will be the top one and you can get to it from here. So that's basically how Google Classroom works. It really shouldn't be too complicated. Just going to remind you that all you have to do is go to classroom.google.com, that the username or the email is your child's first initial of their first name, their last name, the number 32 at southcountry.org. So if you have trouble knowing your child's username, just let me know. And their password is their lunch pin entered twice. Now again, with this continuity of learning plan, there's no real way for you to turn it into me, and that is fine. It is a resource that you can use to help your child during this time of distant learning. But again, I don't want parents stressing about completing everything. Use it as a resource. Do as much as you comfortably can without anyone getting upset or stressed. And remember that I am always available to you, whether it is on Remind or my email. mdrucker@southcountry.org if you have any questions or are having any trouble. I could call you and walk you through this if I need to. I hope you're all well. I love you and I miss you all. And I'm really hoping to see as many of you as possible during this parade we're going to be having in just a couple of hours. Have a great day.